Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new episode of the Athletes Roundtable. This podcast is brought to you by Leisure Productions, the best place to find Iona highlight reels, podcasts, and much more. Today we are joined by a track and field player,
Jadyn Tabois.
All right, Jadyn, what grade are you in?
I'm a senior. Yeah.
Senior. Not last year?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, hopefully grad school here,
Okay.
but who knows? I'm not
Very
too
nice.
sure.
And where are you from?
I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Fairfield.
Yeah. I went
Pretty
to high
close.
school. Yeah, there. Yeah, not too far. Like
Mhm.
40-minute drive.
Yeah, not bad at all. And then what's your major?
I'm a marketing major. Yeah.
Marketing. Nice. So do you want to go into grad school for marketing?
Hopefully, yeah, and then eventually work for a sports marketing firm somewhere in like the city. That's like what I would prefer to do.
Would you
Nice.
continue track and field in the grad school?
Yeah, that's why I got to use my extra year because we got like a COVID year.
Yeah.
So we have that extra year of eligibility. So I'm hoping to use that in grad school because there's like the 1 year program here. So definitely should
Gotcha.
like take advantage of that.
Very nice.
What position or event do you run in track and field?
I'm a sprinter, so I run the 100, 200, 400, and then I run the 4x1 relay and the 4x4 relay.
How would you describe the differences in each one?
The 100 goes by like this, and the
Mhm.
400 feels like a week. And the
Dang.
200's my favorite event, but they're all like just different feels for like sprinters. And like some sprinters, you'll see them do like just the 1 and the 2. Some sprinters, you'll see them just do like the 60 at indoors, like the shortest race in track and field. And then there's other people who just get put in everything, and you just got to do it, and that happens to be me. So
Utility people.
yeah, literally.
That
What is your
works.
favorite one to do?
The 200 by far. It's for me. It's like my best race, and it's just I have like the most fun in it.
Do you like doing the relays?
Yeah, the 4x1 is like pretty dope. We've won the 4x1 back-to-back years at MAC,
Nice.
so that's like pretty cool. We want a three-peat. That's definitely one of my goals. Yeah, the 4x4 is fun too, but last year I didn't get to be a part of it because I'd ran too much at Max, and they were like, "No, Jay,
Oh,
you gotta sit
gotcha.
this one out." And I was like, "All right, like that's cool."
Which one do you like better, the relays or individual events?
I think it's a tie between the 200 and the 4x1. Both of
Gotcha.
those are just like the feeling you get after is just like
Mm.
it's unreal.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, I know like relay, you're working with each other, and individual is just yourself, but how would you describe the differences in those two events?
In like the 200, you really have to focus on like yourself and like try to block out everyone next to you and just run your own race. You can't really control what goes on in like the 4x1. Like somebody could drop the baton, somebody could slip out the blocks. Like there's a lot more room for error, but you just have to have faith in like your teammates and hopefully execute, have good passes, and get the winning time. That's the goal every time. So yeah.
So how would you say you first got into track?
Honestly, it's a pretty funny story. I had just finished basketball season, my junior year of high school, and I was hanging out with my friends, and they were all like, "All right, Jadyn, you gotta do track and field." Like, we're all doing it. I had this friend group of like 8 guys, and they were all doing it, and I was like, "All right, guys, like, sure, I'll join." I like messed around like my junior year as like a joke. Like, I didn't take it that seriously, but I was like, I'm not that bad. Like, I'm pretty decent. And then senior year, I didn't have a good basketball season. So I was like, all right, I need to have a good season at track. So I took it really seriously, and like I went to the track early, like in the AM, and like I was putting in a lot of work, and it was paying off. And I was like, man, like I should start like reaching out to like some schools. Like I'm getting some pretty good times, and I just happened to like email Coach Joe here at Iona, and like the rest is history. Now I'm a senior here. It flew by like that. So
Dang, that's
yeah.
crazy. Did you always do just track, or did you do cross country too, like in the fall?
I never could do
Never.
cross country. I don't know how those guys do it. All those miles, all those hills, cold, rain. Yeah, I have so much respect for them, but I could never do it myself.
Now, going back to you were saying you were playing basketball as well as doing track and field. How did you take what you learned in basketball to do track and field, if any?
Honestly, you got to be really patient in track and field, just like how like I played point guard when I was in high school, and like you have to like be like the floor general. You got to be patient. You got to let the play out, and it's not necessarily the same, but I had to learn how to run because like I always just thought like, oh yeah, I can just run, like I'll be fast. My first meet in high school, I got smoked. I was like, man, these guys have really good form. They have really good starts. They know what they're doing. Even like their breathing techniques was different. So I had to be patient and like embrace the process. And like I feel like it's a lot like that, like in basketball, how like you just have to like embrace like learning and like how you can get better.
Do you miss playing basketball?
Yeah, it will. Basketball will forever be my favorite sport to watch. But if I'm being honest, I have had more fun running than I have playing basketball. And like, it feels weird to say, but like, it's the truth.
Fair enough. What's your favorite part of track and field?
My teammates, like, we're like this. All of us are just really close. We're a really funny group of people. We're just like good vibes, great people, just good to be around, and it makes the practice and like the process like a lot easier. Cause like track practice is hard. Like it's difficult. Like it was cold today, and like I'm running 500 meters twice and 200s and 40s, and knowing that like my teammates are like supporting me, and like knowing that when it all ends, we can go get food afterwards and go sit in like the lounge in North and just hang out and talk and like just like vibe out. And like it's great to know that like your teammates can be more than just like your teammates and be like your friends, and some can even like be considered family.
What are some ways you guys better each other?
We're very like uplifting. It's very like easy like as an athlete to get down on yourself, but we remind each other that like life is more than like just the sport, and like you have to like keep your head in it, and like you can't worry about like what's going on. Like the other day we had like our vertical test and like our broad jump and like our 30 tests, and some did better than others, but at the end of the day, like we're all cheering for each other. We're all rooting for each other to win. Like it's not like a competition. Obviously everybody wants to have the best like times and best jumps, but we all want to see each other succeed. And I think that's what like matters the most.
So are you all living together in like North?
Yeah, most of the teammates live together. I live with 3 guys on like the cross country and track team.
Okay.
And some of our teammates are commuters. Some are like freshmen, so they live in Loftus. But like we all make time. We all try and hang out with each other as much as we can, just like team bonding stuff. Like we'll go bowling or like we'll watch a movie or something, just like to relax and like chill out and get away from talking about track, because you can't talk about it all the time.
Now you've got a bunch of people from different countries and different states and stuff all around the world. So does that make it more difficult, or does it make it better?
I think it makes it more fun because you get to learn a lot about other people, like especially like the foreign guys. Like there's a few from France and like Europe and other places like that, but I feel like I've become close with like Mael. He's one of the French guys. Super nice. And like at first it was like weird because like the barrier between like his like broken English and like the way like I speak, and like I don't know, but now every time I see him, like we dab each other up, we talk a little bit, we go our separate ways, and then at the meets like we're cheering for each other, and like it's just how like it is.
So earlier you were saying how you were practicing in like the cold weather and stuff. What is your daily training?
We have practice Monday through Saturday, and then we get Sunday off. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have practice and then lift. So we'll practice from like say like 9 to 11:30, 9 to 12, and then we'll lift 12 to 1 or like 12:30 to 1:30. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll have like tempo days where like we run a little bit longer and like the distances are a little bit faster. And sometimes we'll have a recovery day on a Thursday, sometimes we'll have another tempo day, and then Saturday's either like a tempo day or like a nice little like recovery day, just to like get our bodies right and like ready for like the next week.
Or during the off season?
Yeah.
Is it totally different training, or is it the same?
It's pretty different. Yeah, like our off season this year was like September to like mid-October, and like we weren't lifting, we were just running, just getting back into it, and like it's like I feel like it's good because like it gets everybody back into like that mindset. We're like, oh yeah, like season's around the corner, but like we're not fully in it yet, so like you still can like relax a little bit and like enjoy yourself, but like you got to remember that like season is creeping up on you, so like getting prepared is like very important.
What is your favorite part of training?
Honestly, it like feels good when you know you worked hard at practice, and like regardless of whether like you hit like the set times that you were supposed to, if like I feel like I worked my tail off and like did a good job at practice, like that like gives me confidence, and I feel like it's not just me, like my teammates have the same mindset, where as long as like you know that like you're working hard and like your coach will like tell you like, yeah, like great job today, like that feels great, knowing that like you came into practice on like a really cold day running, like me, I was running in pajamas today, and I thought like I worked pretty hard, and like at the end of the day, like I stretched, walked out, and I was like, yeah, that was a good practice today. Like that was good. Like we all did really well, and like let's keep that momentum forward till tomorrow.
When you're like training, what do you use for motivation?
Honestly, I'm big on like positive self-talk. Like it sounds weird like talking to yourself, but like I try to like tell myself like yeah, like you're gonna kill it today. Like you're gonna go out there and like you're gonna do your thing and like you're gonna carry that over into the meets and you're gonna win the meets and then you're gonna go to bigger meets and you're gonna win those and you're gonna keep going. Like I have like goals written out on like a little board in my room and like I look at those all the time and I just try to tell myself and like my teammates that like if you believe in yourself, then like you will do good things because like the more positive you talk about yourself, the better like you're gonna be. If you talk negatively about like anything, I feel like your life becomes more negative. So I just try to look at the positive in like everything.
So, tough question. What's your least favorite part about training or track in general?
The cramps.
Oh,
Yeah. I have gotten and the injuries, cramps and injuries. Like, it just happens. Like, you could do everything right, and it could just be a cold day, and your body just gets that weird feeling, and you feel a little tight in your hamstring, you feel tight in your quad. And the worst ones are the calf cramps. Prince got one today, and like we're just looking at him, we're just like, no, get me away. Yeah, that's definitely like the worst part. Like, just like, cause like you feel it coming, and you're like, dang, do I want to like push through the workout or do I want to like ease off? Cause like we're all like, yeah, let's just push through the workout, but like you gotta be smart and you gotta like know when your body's like shutting down, and sometimes it's too late and you just feel something snap, and yeah, you gotta sit out a few weeks, but. Yeah, the injuries and the cramps are just like the worst.
So I'm assuming like even after practice, you guys like get the cramps and like the.
Oh yeah, you
stuff all the time.
gotta stretch, roll out, ice bath, like the whole thing. You gotta we got the Normatec in like the training room, really good like training staff, and you do what you can to like take care of your body. But like for like the sprinters, it's not that bad. But like the guys who on the distance team running like all that mileage, that's a lot on your legs, and like. There's no wonder why like some guys get a stress fracture here and there and like stuff like that. Like it's bound to happen. It's just like how you take care of your body and like how well you can like prepare for those things.
so you're talking about all these different things that you're like not a part of, but like you have to do like the ice baths and like stretching out and everything. Do you feel that there's too much pressure on you, like doing all those things as a college athlete?
At first I did. Like when I was a freshman, I was like, man, this is way different than high school. Like I went from 7 classes and sitting at a desk all day to going to track practice to going to a meet, doing homework, then going to bed. And I would go to school the next day and I'd be fine. I go to practice now and I'm like wobbling out. I'm like, man, like what happened? Like I used to be a different breed. Like what's going on? And now I'm like realizing like you really gotta take care of your body, and like it's just part of it. It's part of being like a student athlete. It's part of being a college athlete. And freshman year, I was like, man, like forget this. Like I'm good. Like I can go a day without ice bath. I can go a day without this and that. You're not supposed to do it every day, but I would go weeks without it. Now I'm like, yeah, gotta hop in the tub. Yep, gotta just suck it up and get in there. You know, you just gotta do what you gotta do because your body will pay for it. And
Does it feel good like while you're in there?
Yeah.
No,
Not
while you're in there.
At first, no.
Okay.
At first, no. The first 4 minutes, we all say this. The first 4 minutes of any ice bath, awful. Right after that, you kind of go numb and you like forget you're in there, and like you bring your phone in, you listen to music, you just like go on Instagram or something, try and like forget about what you're actually doing, and then it goes by. Time goes by pretty fast. But as long as you're not just sitting there, just like waiting, that's horrible. You got to do something in there.
Gotcha.
So what are some other big differences between playing track and field in high school to college?
Honestly, like in high school, I felt like I could just go like every day. Every day I felt like I could just get after it and like run an insane amount of distance and then do it again all the next day. You go to practice, I go to practice Monday, we did testing. My body was still a little tired and we barely ran. And then today we ran a lot, and I know tomorrow when I wake up, my legs are gonna be feeling it, and it's just like, man, like, yeah, you really just gotta take care of yourself. I feel like that's the main difference. In high school, no one really teaches you how to like take care of your body like the correct way because there's so many students. Here at like Iona, the sprint team's like less than 20 people, so like less than like 15. So we get that one-on-one where we are told like what's good to eat, how much sleep do you get, what like nutritional vitamins should you be taking, what pills, supplements, all that, like, and you really learn like a lot about like your body and just like how to take care of yourself. Yeah.
So now moving on to meet day. What's the feeling going on inside you? Are you more nervous? Are you excited? What's going through you?
So my teammates think I'm weird, right? Because I don't get nervous. I don't know what it is. I think it's because of basketball. I was always like I'm not trying to like be like that, but like I like taking the last shot. I like trying to win the game. I like going for the game winner, and I feel like I've adapted to pressure really well. So come meet day, like I'm more excited. I'm ready to go. I'm like, this is great. I don't have to like sit in the cold at practice and run like 1,000 meters or something. All I gotta do is go out there. I get to run as fast as I can, run at 200, try and win. And if I don't win, like obviously like I'll be like a little upset, but I know I went out there and like I gave it my all, and like that's just how I look at it. Like some people look at it completely differently, but I really enjoy it. Like I go out there and enjoy it. Like there's like videos of me like smiling like right before a race. Like I'm having a good time out there. I don't know what it is, but I really like enjoy this sport, and like I just have a great time like on meet days.
Do you have any like pre-meet rituals or anything?
I wouldn't necessarily say like rituals, but like before like I race, like you get like a few seconds to like get in the blocks, and like I'll always do like a really high jump, and I'll like pat my chest, and I'll be like, all right, like let's go. Like I do that every time. Like you'll see that every single time before I race. Get a nice big like jump in, and then like I'll be ready to go. That's like my like pre-race like thing.
Do you listen to any music like before the meet?
Oh yeah.
What kind of music?
Yeah. Lots of like hype music. I really like DMX before like races. Like he gets me hype. I listen to a lot of that. Honestly, I try not to like to think when I'm racing, like when I'm listening to music, if that makes sense. Like I don't really want to listen to anything like too lyrical. So I'll just throw on like Yeet or something that like sounds like hype, but like you can't even understand it half the time. Like I'll just throw on stuff like that. Like maybe like
Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, Playboy Cardi, some little Uzi, you know, just like songs that you're like, oh yeah, the beat's good. That's all I need to hear. Like, cause I'm not really trying to like think too much. I'm trying to just like get like in like the right mindset.
Yeah.
Do you have any pregame like meals that you do?
Honestly, before meets, so normally we have a lot of time, right? Normally we'll leave at like 8, and sometimes like we don't run till like 4. So normally I'll go to the Ave, I'll get like a bacon, egg, and cheese like on a roll, hot sauce, salt, and pepper. Yeah, that's like my go-to breakfast.
So now, kind of to the rest of your story, why did you choose Iona?
Honestly, I like the school, and I like the way like they embraced me. You know, like I got here and like the team was already like DMing me, being like, hey, like if you need anything, like let me know. And I was like, yeah, no other school was like doing that. Like that's cool. And like saved a little bit of money going here, you know, like that all adds up. But like honestly, I really think it was like the way the team embraced me, like before I even got here. They were like, yeah, like we're excited for you to be your teammate. I haven't even committed yet. And I was like, no, like these guys are like cool, and like it carried over. Like as soon as I got here, I got embraced. Like the seniors took me under their wing. Like you could ask like the vets that were here, like they called me Rook until my junior year. I was like last year, I was still being called Rook by some of like the seniors and like the grad students. That's just like how they looked at me. They all like, we had like that mutual respect, and like they poked fun, but like it was cool. Like it was cool being like under all their wings, and like now that's me taking like the freshmen, like the sophomores under my wing, and like it's weird how like that works, how like it all like went full circle.
What are some ways that you can pick up on what the veterans were saying to you that you can use to your Rooks now?
We had this one guy, his name was Jerome. We all just called him Rome. Super cool guy, and he like him and Prince took me under their wing like right away, and they would just tell me, they were like, dude, like you're gonna be good, like you're gonna be great at this, like I really like have faith. And I was like, man, like these guys really like believe in me, like I gotta start believing in like myself. And like now I'm here, and like I got like a few records here, and like I got a few like MAC records here, and I'm like, man, like I have to do this to like the younger guys. So to like the juniors and like the sophomores and like the freshmen, I'm telling all of them, I'm like, yeah, like you guys are working hard, like at practice, like you guys are gonna be really good, like you guys keep doing this, like it's gonna be scary, like the MAC's gonna be scary, like you guys are gonna put fear in like other teams' hearts, and like I know it. Like there's a freshman on the team right now, I know he's going to win. He's gonna win a lot of his races, and he's gonna go far. Like this boy's gonna be good, like I know it, and like I can't wait to like see it unfold, because like I know what's gonna happen.
What are your team's goals for this season?
Personally, I would like to win. I'd like to sweep. I haven't done that yet. I haven't swept outdoor in the 4x1, the 2, and the 4. I came really close my freshman year, and I went 1-1-2. And I was like, man, like I really gotta do that. And then team goals, it's really difficult as like an entire team to win the MAC because we don't have many like field events. We have one new thrower, but like one isn't like enough to like gather all those points. Like we're missing all the points and like the jumps and the throws and everything like that. So we normally place third like at max, but we would like to win like the DMR as a team. We'd like to win the relays, like the 4x4, 4x1. And yeah, like we just want to like take home as many medals as like we can. We want to win first in everything. We want to like really like set the tone and be like, yeah, like Iona track and field is like back, and like we're trying to like keep putting ourselves on the map.
So outside of track and field, do you have any hobbies?
I love music. I love listening to music. I like mess around with my friends. Like we'll just like freestyle, you know, like the jokes and stuff like that. We don't take it seriously. Like I'm not no SoundCloud rapper or nothing like that. I just do it for fun. Like we'll do that sometimes, and like I like bowling. Bowling's cool. Like I'm so bad at it, but it's just funny. Like I think bowling is just a funny sport, and honestly, I just like I don't really do like too much. Like I'm not like a big TV person. I don't really watch that many shows, but like when I can, I try to watch like a documentary or two. I try to like stay with like the times and like see what's going on.
If you didn't run track, would you want to pursue basketball?
Yeah, 100%. I had a few offers out of high school. It was either I played basketball at Pace, which is D2, or like I ran here, like a few other schools, and I was like, man, like I'm kind of over basketball. Like I lost love for it, and like I think I'm gonna like switch it up, and I'm gonna like do something that like I hope I won't regret, and I definitely don't regret it. Yeah,
that's good.
Do you wish you had more time to join other clubs?
Yeah, not gonna lie, I do. Some teammates like they do a really good job at like managing their time. Like there's a like Conroy, he's on our track and field team. He's like the president of the finance club.
Oh.
And like he does it. Yeah, and like I'm in a few clubs myself, but it's hard to like get to the meetings, and it's hard to like get to like events because on like the weekends when everybody else is free, I have to go to the Armory and run a meet and be at a meet from 12 to 6 or 8 to 6 or 8 to 4. And like that's like the peak time when like everyone's doing stuff. So you do miss out on the things. Like it's part of like the sacrifice, but it's just part of it. You got to embrace it, or else like it's just going to like take a toll on you.
Who would you say are your inspirations for life or for track?
For life, my parents and my brother. From an athletic standpoint, Kobe Bryant, like 100%. I have a tattoo right here. It's the Mamba logo. If you look at my Crocs right now, I got the Kobe gibbets. Like I got a Kobe poster in my room. Like I am the biggest Kobe fan. I love what he did, what he stood for, Mamba mentality. I read all the books, watched all the videos. Like I've just been a fan since like I was a kid. He was the first athlete I ever was like, yeah, like I like this guy. Like he's sick. Like he's good. And like he really like loves it. And he took it so seriously, and like when he used to play basketball, like I wore 24 in elementary school, middle school, high school, would have worn it in college if I could have. Like Kobe Bryant definitely is like the main aspect of like who I try to be and like who I try to like emblem myself after.
Would you say he's the number one reason why you got into basketball?
100%. I was into basketball, but like once I started watching the games and like watching the highlights, I was like, yeah, I was out there doing the Kobe fade. You know, everybody screaming Kobe, shooting in the garbage can. That was me. I still do that to this day. Yeah, I fell in love with his game. I fell in love with the way he played and just like how it was different. Like he was taking shots no one was taking. He was making them. And he was like, never really talked too much. He just did his thing on the court, and like everybody always thought he was like a little weird, but like he was a cool dude, and like it's just like he was different. Like it sucks that like he passed, but like his legacy lives on forever.
Are you a Lakers fan then?
Yeah, okay. I am. Unfortunately
this year.
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah,
you guys are winless.
That is quite
winless with LeBron. How do you feel about that?
Started.
Crazy.
Don't get me started. Westbrook off the bench. He's playing though.
Yeah,
finally.
He is
God, he's hooping finally. But it was a good game against the Nets. It'd be nice if we could win 2 in a row instead of winning 1 then losing 7. But you know, who knows? Maybe we'll turn it around. I hope so.
Hopefully, for your
that would
sake.
be great. Yeah, for my mental health. You know. Yeah.
Do you want to pursue track to get back on a on tangent here? Went off on a little tangent there, but back on track to track.
Yeah.
Do you want to pursue track after college?
Honestly, yeah. Like, right now, I'm at some times where I'm like, man, like maybe I could like run for like a country and like see how I do and see where I go. And if I run like really well, right, like every year I've shaved off a few like tenths of a second, right? If I shave off a few tenths of a second in like the 200, I could like run potentially professionally for like someone. I haven't looked into it too much because I still have to do it. And like I have it written down, like I have to do it. Like I'm a firm believer that like I will do it. But once I like get there and I do that, then I'll look more into it. But I would love to go pro, and I'd love to like see how that goes, and I'd love to make some money off some races. That's the dream. Who wouldn't want to do that?
True.
If not doing that, would you want to go into something with marketing?
Yeah, I'm trying to get an internship right now with some sports marketing teams and sports marketing firms, and I really enjoy like what they do. I really enjoy like the thought of being like an ideast for like a marketing firm, and I've looked into it, and like I've talked to like my advisors about it a little bit, and I've made like a few connections. You know, everybody's on LinkedIn and stuff, so you just gotta click a few buttons and like you got an interview nowadays. But yeah, I'm trying to like, cause I don't want to just limit myself to like track. You know, like life's way more than like the sport. So like I definitely would like to like get like into like the business like field and like build more connections.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jadyn, for joining our podcast this week. And thank you to all of you who are listening. We will be back next week with a brand new show, so please stay tuned. This has been the Athletes Roundtable. This is Ryan.
Jordan.
Signing off.